The India-Pakistan relationship, perpetually fraught with tension, escalated dramatically in April 2025. On April 22, the picturesque valley of Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir was shaken by a horrific terrorist attack. This act of violence, a grim reminder of the volatile security situation, sparked outrage and grief across India. In response, the Indian government launched Operation Sindoor, a series of surgical strikes targeting terrorist infrastructure within Pakistan. These strikes, reminiscent of previous responses to cross-border terrorism, aimed to dismantle the network behind the Pahalgam attack and send a strong message of deterrence. The operation, shrouded in strategic secrecy, dominated national headlines and sparked intense debate. While the government maintained that the strikes were successful in neutralizing key targets, Pakistan denied any significant damage. The aftermath of Operation Sindoor witnessed a surge in patriotic fervor across India. Many citizens, deeply affected by the Pahalgam attack, viewed the strikes as a necessary and justified response to terrorism. The government's decisive action resonated with a nation grappling with the constant threat of cross-border violence. However, the escalation also raised anxieties about a wider conflict. Memories of past wars and the specter of nuclear confrontation loomed large in the public consciousness. The situation remained tense as both nations engaged in a war of words, further fueling uncertainty and fear. The Ceasefire survey, conducted from May 10 to 12, 2025, offered valuable insights into the Indian public's perception of the conflict and its aftermath. The data revealed a complex and nuanced picture, reflecting both unwavering support for the armed forces and anxieties surrounding the volatile security situation. Despite the ceasefire announced on May 10, public satisfaction with the government's handling of the situation saw a slight decline. Before the ceasefire, 68.1% of respondents expressed complete satisfaction, a figure that dipped to 63.3% post-ceasefire. This suggests that while a majority still approved of the government's actions, a segment of the population harbored reservations about the ceasefire agreement. Interestingly, trust in the Indian armed forces remained steadfastly high throughout this period. A staggering 91.1% of respondents expressed a lot of trust in the military before the ceasefire, a figure that rose marginally to 92.3% afterwards. This unwavering faith in the armed forces underscores the deep respect and admiration they command amongst the Indian populace. Despite the high levels of trust in the military, the survey also highlighted a dip in feelings of safety post-ceasefire. While 67.5% of respondents felt very safe before the ceasefire, this number decreased to 63.9% afterwards. This indicates that despite the cessation of hostilities, a sense of unease and vulnerability persisted amongst a section of the population. The May 10 ceasefire, while bringing a halt to the immediate escalation, was met with mixed reactions from the Indian public. The Ceasefire survey revealed a nation divided on the efficacy and long-term implications of this fragile truce. While 42.6% of respondents expressed complete support for the ceasefire, a significant 29.3% were completely opposed. This division underscores the complexities of the India-Pakistan relationship and the deep-seated mistrust that continues to plague any attempts at lasting peace. Further highlighting the fragility of the situation, a significant 35.3% of respondents believed the ceasefire would last only some days. This skepticism stems from a long history of broken promises and ceasefire violations, leaving many doubtful about Pakistan's commitment to peace. The survey also delved into the perceived reasons behind the ceasefire. Diplomatic pressure emerged as the most cited reason, followed by economic and internal challenges and fear of nuclear war. This suggests that a confluence of factors, both internal and external, likely contributed to the decision to halt hostilities. The recent conflict and subsequent ceasefire have brought into sharp focus the evolving geopolitical realities facing India. The Ceasefire survey revealed a significant shift in threat perception, with a growing number of Indians now viewing China as a bigger threat than Pakistan. Post-ceasefire, 51.8% of respondents identified China as the greater threat to India's security, compared to 19.6% who still considered Pakistan as the primary concern. This marks a significant departure from pre-ceasefire sentiment, where 27.7% perceived Pakistan as the bigger threat. This shift in perception likely stems from China's increasingly assertive posture in the region, particularly its growing military presence along the disputed Himalayan border. The recent conflict with Pakistan, while highlighting the ongoing threat of terrorism, appears to have further cemented China's position as India's primary strategic challenge. The survey also offered insights into India's evolving international relationships. Post-ceasefire, 68% of respondents expressed trust in Russia to protect India's interests, significantly outweighing trust in the US at 12.2%. This suggests a continued reliance on traditional partnerships in navigating the complex geopolitical landscape. Overall, the Sea Voters survey paints a complex picture of the Indian public's perception of the recent conflict with Pakistan and its aftermath. While support for the armed forces remains unwavering, anxieties about terrorism persist, and a sense of unease lingers despite the ceasefire. Furthermore, the data highlights a significant shift in threat perception, with China now eclipsing Pakistan as the primary concern for many Indians. As India navigates these choppy waters, its evolving relationships with global powers will undoubtedly play a crucial role in shaping its strategic posture in the years to come. In the end, this is a disclaimer that the above video content courtesy goes to thequint.com for this invaluable survey details. Thank you.